Master of Ceremonies this evening.
Bonsoir à tout le monde. Je suis Diana et j'ai le plaisir d'annoncer le 8e festival du Cidre du Liban 2014 à Halifax et soyez les bienvenus. أنا ديانا جريش بيسعدني أقدم افتتاح مهرجان العرس الثامن لكنيسة سيدة لبنان بهاليفاكس. بنرحب بجميع الموجودين معنا وعلى رأسهم سيادة المطران بول مروان ثابت راعي أبرشية مرمرون بكندا. أهلا وسهلا فيك. أبونا بيير وجميع الموجودين وبنحب نفتتح الأمسية بالنشيد الوطني اللبناني بصوت المطرب اللبناني ميشيل عزي والنشيد الكندي بصوت ميليسا صابر.
Please join us for the singing of the Canadian National Anthem led by Melissa Sala and the Lebanese National Anthem led by Michel Azzi.
كلنا للوطن العلا للعالم ملء عين الزمن سيفنا والقلم سهلنا الجبل منبت للرجال قولنا والعمل في سبيل الكمال كلنا للوطن للعلا للعالم كلنا للوطن.
We ask that you stay standing for a moment of silence in memory of the 3 fallen RCMP officers in Moncton. They sacrificed their lives for the safety of our beautiful country. May they rest in peace. On behalf of our community and the church, we are honored to be in the presence of His Excellency Paul Marouin Tebet, Bishop of our Eparchy of St. Maroon, Canada, and Father Pierre Azzi, Pastor of Our Lady of Lebanon Parish, Halifax, and Proto-Presbyter of the Atlantic region. We would like to welcome and recognize our honored guests. The Honorable Lena Metlich-Diab, Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Minister of Immigration, MLA for Halifax Armdale, and Honorary Chairperson of this year's Cedar Festival. members of the Executive Council of Nova Scotia, members of the Privy Council, members of the Legislative Assembly of Nova Scotia,
leaders of faith communities, His Worship Mayor Mike Savage, Honorary Consul at Lebanon in Halifax, Mr. Wadia Faris, Councillor of the Halifax Regional Municipal Board,
representatives of the Canadian Force Bases in Halifax, and representatives of the Lebanese societies and associations, friends, family, ladies, and gentlemen.
بنوجه تحية لأبونا بيير أدي خوري رعايتنا اللي هو أول مؤسس لمهرجانات الأرز بهاليفاكس ومشجع الأجيال الجديدة كلها، ونطلب من الله يحميك ويباركك، ونطلب منك التوجه إلى المسرح. تفضل أبونا.
As the pastor of Our Lady of Lebanon Parish, host of the Cedar Festival, I would like to thank and welcome everybody present today. I extend special thanks to you, all of the distinguished guests, for joining us as they have honored our community and our church, to the committee members and the many volunteers. I pray for you and wish for you many blessings, and thanks for making this event successful year after year. It's given me a great pleasure to have in our presence and to introduce to you the leader of our Maronite Diocese for Canada here in Canada, His Excellency Bishop Paul Marwan Tabit. I would like to call upon him to speak a few words on behalf of the entire church community.
Mr. Wadia Faris, Honorary Consul of Lebanon in Halifax, with you I join to welcome the Honorary Chairperson of this festival in Halifax, Her Excellency Attorney General Mrs. Lina Lishtiab, Minister of Immigration and Justice. As well, I join with you to welcome all our dignitaries, and I'm very grateful for all of you, the best friends of the Lebanese community and Maronite community in Halifax, for honoring us this evening. The list is very long, and by welcoming you and the community know exactly who is here. Thank you for your support, and you also can count on our support. I was very touched a couple of days ago when I heard about what's happening in Moncton. I followed diligently. I asked one of my assistants to cut all the papers in Montreal that spoke about the subject, just to be able to read and to follow. It reminded me a little bit of our homeland in Lebanon, where many of these things used to happen. When I saw Mr. Diab this afternoon, and when I met her with her assistants, I told her, I hope that you won't be compassionate with the people, with the gentlemen that did this harm to our community, no matter what the issue is. If not, we're creating precedents. 3 RCMP died. We could have spared their lives somewhere, somewhat, somehow, and justice should be given room right here. I don't want to start this beautiful festival on a wrong note. We remember all the people that die for causes in their lives. They are martyrs, and I'm sure that the Lord will reward them, that will give them their just reward. Being here at the festival, it reminded me of a little joke or a story. They say when President George Bush, the son, wanted to go to war in Iraq, he wasn't sure whether the state of Israel will get involved in the war in Iraq that would have changed the plans for the United States. So before he gave the Pentagon the go-ahead to move on, he went to his mother Barbara, told her, Barb, what do you think? Do you think the Jews will get involved in this war? Said, how do I know about it? Seek advice with your Jewish advisors. So he went to them and they said, we really don't know. Why you don't bring Moses from heaven? You seek advice with him. So he called Houston, send the shuttle, bring me Moses. Astronaut in heaven, to make long story short, St. Peter opens, I need Moses. Peter went 2 weeks to find Moses, he couldn't find him. So they set up the astronaut in a hotel to enjoy it, said, wait, we'll see. 2 weeks later, Moses is coming out of the wilderness. So Peter said, Moses, where were you? What's going on, Peter? Relax. George Bush wants to seek advice with you. Send a challenger to pick you up. Said, Peter, I'll give you the story from the end. I'm not going. He said, you don't go. This guy has nuclear weapons. He can skyrocket the skies. We are in trouble. Said, Peter, I am not going. So he said, Peter said to Moses, can you tell me why you don't want to go? So he told him, every time I meet a bush, I stay in the desert 40 years. Our honorary guests, I hope when you come to the Lebanese community, you will come next time as well. That will be your last time for many years to come. So very simply, I would like to welcome you, and I need to tell you that many of you have heard about Lebanon, about what is happening in Lebanon, about the background of the Lebanese. I can tell you openly that the Lebanese are the people of Halifax, the people of Nova Scotia. These wonderful people that come from humble beginnings, they work hard, they study hard, they make status for themselves, they move on, they put back in the community, economically, spiritually, socially, culturally, financially. They are happy people, family-wise, religious-wise. These are the Lebanese. The war that's taking place in Lebanon, it's not what Lebanon is exactly what it is. It is the war of other people on our land. I'm not saying that we might not be fautive or Lebanese did not get involved. You know, in countries, you buy and you sell wherever you are. But basically, it's the war of other people on our land. As a matter of fact, if you look at the entire Middle East, it's the war of other people on the land of the Middle East. For many reasons, it's not the time to mention that. So I hope that this evening, on a positive note, you will enjoy who we are. You will enjoy part of our culture, part of what our community is. And I urge the community as well to put more in what makes Halifax, Halifax, and what makes Nova Scotia, Nova Scotia. I need to say a word to Minister Diab. We are very proud of you. We are very proud with the way you are representing our community. Very strong, very outgoing, very forthright, but at the same time, as a mother, very kindly. Thank you for the person you are. Thank you for honoring us by chairing this festival. To Father Pierre, I say, God bless you. To all the members of the community who have worked hard to start this festival and to make it a success, thank you on behalf of all of us, all throughout Canada, this beautiful country that welcomed us. Let's put back in this country the pleasure that this country has given us to welcome our families and to give us a space to be who we are and to show who we are. Thank you for being here this evening. Welcome to our guests. You are home, you are family, and hope you will enjoy. Thank you.
شكرا لك سيدنا، وكما وشوشك وقال لك ابونا عزي بدنا نوعدك انه مهرجاننا رح يكون من احلى مهرجانات مارونيه بكل كندا. اهلا وسهلا فيك.
This year's guest of this year's honorary chairperson is someone who has shown great leadership in preserving and maintaining the Lebanese heritage. It is with great joy that our parish recognizes the Honorable Lina Diab on her most recent accomplishment as being elected as a member of the Nova Scotia Legislature and being selected as the first female Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Minister of Immigration. Her commitment to her community has been strong over the course of her career, which has now expanded to the entire province and its residents. I would now like to invite Lina to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir à tout le monde. Before I begin, I want to express my appreciation very much for those two standing here, as well as for Bishop Tebbit for expressing our deepest sympathies for the police officers and families that were impacted by the tragedy in Moncton. It's very difficult to imagine what they're going through. On behalf of all of us in Nova Scotia, I want to thank the RCMP members who worked tirelessly to bring this to an end safely, including our own members from Nova Scotia who traveled to Moncton the very first night to help our fellow officers. Thank you. It's with great pride and humility that I've been chosen to be the honorary consul, or the honorary consul. Listen to me, I'm taking Wadia's position already. I'm used to saying that so many years, to be the honorary chairperson of the 8th annual Lebanese Cedar Festival. When I was contacted and they asked me to do that, I said, "Dear Lord, what does that mean? I don't know, what do I have to do?" I'm not going to tell you what you told me, because that's Mayor Savage had that privilege last year. The biggest job, they said, you have to be there. And I am here. I want to take a moment to recognize my colleagues from the Nova Scotia Legislature who've now really become a second family to me. And I'm absolutely thrilled, and I want to offer them my sincere gratitude for them coming tonight. With us, we have Minister Keith Caldwell, who's the MLA for Preston Dartmouth. Minister Kelly Reagan, who's the MLA for Bedford. Minister Joanne Bernard, who's the MLA for Dartmouth North. Minister Tony Inns, who's the MLA for Coal Harbour, Portland Valley. Minister Labi Kasulis, who's the MLA for Halifax, Cedar, Sable Island, the South End. Mr. Alan Rowe, who's the MLA for Dartmouth South. Mr. Stephen Goff, who's the MLA for Sackville, Beaverbank. Mr. Ian Rankin, who's the MLA for Timberley Prospect. And he was here earlier and had to leave with his 1-year-old, Brandon McGuire, who's the MLA for Halifax Atlantic. And I, of course, want to mention our colleague, Patricia Arab, who's, I think this is supposed to be webcast. I'm not sure if it is, but if it is, she's watching us. If not, this is being taped, and I know her heart is with us today. So a special thank you to all of you for honoring us with your presence, and thank you for being here, especially for me. I especially want to thank, on behalf of the community and our church, we're very honored in the presence of Your Excellency, Excellency Tabit. Thank you very much for coming to see us here in Halifax. I think I told you before, it's like the father coming to see the children, and I hope that we all are in good behavior, as I know we will be, and thank you so much for checking on us. I know you were here a couple of weeks ago, and we really, really appreciate your presence. And of course, the Father Azzi, this would not be possible without him. So thank you so much, Abuna Azzi. On a personal note, Our Lady of Lebanon Parish, I think all of you know, but I really need to say, has been a touchstone for me, and I know firsthand the dedication, commitment, and remarkable work the festival organizers do on behalf of the community to promote and preserve our Lebanese culture in Nova Scotia. The Cedars of Lebanon are a symbol of courage, strength, and immortality. It stands strong and is deeply rooted. These qualities are how I see my community here in Nova Scotia, and it makes me very proud to be Lebanese and Nova Scotian. On behalf of the government of Nova Scotia, I wish to recognize the effort and dedication of everyone here tonight, the festival committee, the organizers, Janan, of course, and Rosette, and everyone who's worked so hard and diligently, and I urge all of you to keep true to your work as it supports current and future generations. And finally, I have one small presentation to make, and I did pass a special resolution in the legislature before we closed the House because I knew this was happening today, and I would like to present that that is passed from the legislature to Abuna Azzi, Janan, and Rosette, and and Abuna Tabit. And let me just read it very quickly. I think the community now knows because I presented one of these before, but I think I should be reading it. It says, I hereby give notice that on a future day I shall move the adoption of the following resolution. Whereas Our Lady of Lebanon Parish will be hosting their 8th annual Lebanese Cedar Festival on June 5, 6, 7, and 8, 2014. And whereas I'm privileged to have been selected as honorary chairperson for this year's festival. And whereas the festival brings the best of Lebanese and Canadian culture together for a weekend of traditional food, music, dancing, and fun. Therefore, be it resolved that all members of this House of Assembly congratulate the members of Our Lady of Lebanon Parish, the festival organizers, on their dedication, commitment, and wonderful spirit toward the community, and wish them continued success in the future. Thank you. That I forgot one very special MLA, and that is MLA Bill Horn, who's representing Sackville Beaverbank. Special applause for Bill. Thank you very much, and everybody have a good evening, and I hope to see you Saturday and Sunday as well.
نشكر الوزيرة العدل والهجرة بكندا لينا دياب. شكر خاص لك.
It's the volunteers and their commitment that makes the Cedar Festival such a success. It's their commitment that reflects their values as a community, the strength of their faith, and their love for one another. In preparation for the Cedar Festival, Janan Cedar, this year's festival chairperson, has worked closely next to various committees and their volunteers. I would like to ask her to say a few words.
Good evening. Honorable guests, invited dignitaries, members of the clergy, ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity to welcome you all this evening to the 8th Annual Cedar Festival. Actually, with so many ministers here with us tonight, we could probably have a cabinet meeting. مساء الخير واهلا وسهلا بالجميع. بحب رحب فيكم الليله بافتتاحيه مهرجان الارز بهاليفاكس. واهلا وسهلا فيك مطربنا اللبناني ميشيل أزي. It is my honor and privilege to stand before you once again as chair of the Cedar Festival and to welcome you all this evening. Cedar Festival promotes and fosters the Lebanese culture and traditions as integral elements of Canada's multicultural mosaic. We provide a venue for Canadians of Lebanese descent to reacquaint themselves with their rich roots and, more importantly, introduce the Lebanese culture to all Canadians, thereby encouraging tolerance, understanding, and goodwill between all segments of Canadian society. Providing this cultural experience to the community at large takes much organization, dedication, motivation, and certainly a great deal of faith. Over the past year, together with the Vice Chair, Michael Kabelan, and a team of 32 committee members, we have worked tirelessly planning and organizing what you will experience over the next few days. All the volunteers are identified by their red jackets. Please stand up. Thank you very much. In addition to the core team, over 250 volunteers have come together and dedicated endless hours and countless days, weeks and months to bring our vision to life. You are truly the backbone of this festival, and without you, we couldn't accomplish what you see around us today. In addition to the Cedar Festival volunteers, we are enormously grateful to another group of supporters, our Cedar Festival sponsors. I would like to acknowledge grant received from Citizenship and Immigration Canada and thank them very much for their encouragement and support. A special thank you to our major sponsor, Scotiabank. Not only have they committed in dollars, but they have truly shown their support with the overwhelming response of over 40 Scotiabanker volunteers we have with us this weekend. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Whether it is our presenting sponsor, entertainment sponsor, zone sponsors, platinum, gold, silver, bronze, or supporters of the festival, we are proud of the partnerships we have built over the years with you and appreciate all the new sponsors that have made the commitment to support us this year. Cedar Festival is honored to have the Honorable Lena Matledge-Diab as the honorary chairperson for the 2014 Cedar Festival. We would like to thank you for your tremendous support and guidance to the festival and the community. You have been an integral part of our community and our parish for many, many years, and we are very grateful for that. Even with your extremely busy schedule, you have agreed to be our honorary chair. I would like to ask Father Pierre to join me on the stage. And also I would like to ask Minister Diab to please join us on the stage to accept a small token of our appreciation. To the Honorable Lena Matledge-Diab, Honorary Chairperson of the 8th Annual Cedar Festival 2014, with gratitude and appreciation for your support, encouragement, and motivation. Thank you very much. In your honor, we're also planting a cedar and the cedars of Lebanon, in your honor, in North Lebanon. Thank you. Now, I would like to also ask Father Eze to join me in making a special presentation to our presenting sponsor, Atlantic Star Investment Group. On behalf of the Cedar Festival, we would like to present Mr. Joe and Mrs. Rula Goshen with a small token of our appreciation. Please join us on the stage. As presenting sponsors to Atlantic Star Investment Group, Mr. and Mrs. Joe and Rula Goshen, presenting sponsor of the 8th Annual Cedar Festival 2014, with sincere gratitude and appreciation for your generous support. Thank you. Giving back to our community where we live and work is a very important part of our festival. Our final presentation this evening goes to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Canada. I would like to ask Cynthia Goshen, one of the 2014 Honored Heroes of the Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Canada, to join Rosette Jvesh, chairperson of the Parish Council of Our Lady of Lebanon Church, Father Azzi, and Said Arab Finance Committee Coordinator to accept a donation from Cedar Festival 2014. Now I would like to ask Father Eze and the Vice Chair of the Cedar Festival, Michael Kablan, to induct our Bishop, His Excellency Monsignor Tebet, into the Cedar Festival team by presenting him a jacket as a small gesture for all his support and commitment to our work.
You know, the dress of a bishop is usually has red. I am among the bishops who started the tradition not to put it, to just put black. Look what they gave.
بتمنى تقضوا اوقات حلوه معنا وان شاء الله تحسوا حالكم بوطننا لبنان ولو لكم يوم قصير. And lastly, thank you for all that are joining us this evening. We hope to see you all throughout the weekend as we showcase our Lebanese culture with a Canadian twist. Thank you.
نشكر شهاد شاطر على التقديم الحلو ومنتابع معنا.
That concludes tonight's formalities. Now let's get the show on the road.